in your mind was the idea you needed that bubble?
So good, so refreshing.
Missed the last
one.
You really wanted to get that bonus point. How much was that in your mind in that last round?
So, fun story, I kind of forgot about the points thing. I was just like, why won't you die? I honestly forgot about the finish points. I'm not even gonna, okay, like, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I never actually read how the point system works. I just know that, like, the earlier you beat them, the better. I just know, like, how it's broken up. So I'm not even like, even though I heard them say 4 points, like, oh, cool, I guess, like, whatever. So I never actually, I swear to you, I never actually read the paper. I just signed the contract, like, all right, I'll show up. So I still have no actual idea how that works. But I was more concerned, like, I've been beating on you for 10 minutes, and you just keep looking at me. Then it became personal, like, okay, now you're being funny. So it was more like a chip on my shoulder, like, I'm going to stop you as opposed to the point. But hey, at least I got the point, and it worked out. So everything worked out great. I should probably read that paper at some point.
Did that fight play out how you expected it to?
About a round longer than I would have liked, but it only went a round longer. I didn't realize the mat gets actually kind of slippery when it's wet, and I think someone spilled water in the corner between. On that first into that second round, everything was going good, and I was fitting the takedown, and I stepped down and just fell on my ass. And I was like, oh no! I even told him, like, I fell. Like, you didn't get that. I fell. So that kind of I lost about a minute right there. It kind of sucked. So I was like, all right, didn't go as planned. I was predicting 2 rounds, but I'll take 3 rounds. I was like, it is what it is. Like, it gives me 4. It's gonna make sure I can do the next one in the round. Get 10. It's pretty good standing from there.
All right, Chris. So going into 3rd round, closing out, as you're going for the knockout on the ground and pound, like, what was going through your head? Like, what was going through that moment?
I'm like yelling at the ref, like, please don't make. I'm like, stop the fight. I'm hitting him. I don't know if you guys saw it. At one point, I'm just like, I'm punching him. He looks at me. I'm just like, boom. And I thought he was like gonna move, but he didn't. And he just smacked his head to the mat. Look at the ref, like, I'm killing him. Like, guys, like, what do you want me to do? The ref's like, keep fighting. I'm like, okay, like, you're gonna make me kill a man. That's fine. Like, I don't know what it is about refs and me, but there have been fights, so many fights where I'm like beating on a dead body, and they're like, defend yourself, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna catch a case over this, thanks, whatever. But it was just, I heard my corner Sean Strickland yell, like, he's yelled at me multiple times about getting on top of a guy, letting him go, being too nice. So, you have to hear him in the corner, like, finish him, Kurt, finish him. And I'm like, oh man, he's right. I got a bad habit of letting guys up. So it was like, no mercy. So he got to his knees, and I punched him back to his back, and it was just like, no, I'm gonna keep going until I either pass out, you pass out, or I throw up. So.
And how would you grade yourself on your takedown defense tonight?
Man, it's kind of so iffy, man. Just because, like, on 2 of those, man, I was stepping down, and like the cage, I wasn't expecting the cage to get that slick, and that bothered me. So I got to going forward, I'm going to adjust for that. Because, like, man, 2 of those, I just fell completely on my ass. The first one was probably the worst one, to where I stepped down hard and I just sat down. I was like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. After that, I kind of got used to the mat, and he almost fell once throwing a punch. It's just slick, so I kind of once I got my feet to where the mat wasn't slippery, I was in no danger at all. It was just kind of hard to step off and plant your feet when the mat's sliding under you. But I give myself a solid, a B. It'll be better from there. I wasn't aware of the mat, so we'll adjust for that. We'll take that into account and we'll go from there. It's only up from here.
You could have finished it multiple times throughout that fight.
Hey man, nobody likes a tough steak. You gotta beat it a little bit, man.
After the second low blow, did you just say, screw it, I'm gonna knock him out after this point?
I'm yelling at the ref, and the ref's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, okay, well, like, I'm on my own here. I guess we'll fight to the death.
Because the first one you stopped, and the second one he's like, really, bro?
Yeah, I'm just yelling at him. Then, like, a few minutes, like a minute later, he, like, gouges me in the eye for the second time. And so I yell at the ref. The ref's like, keep fighting. I'm like, well, he's gonna blind me. And, like, this isn't what It was just frustrating. I don't think it was malicious. He's just, he's young, he's reckless. He's kind of getting confused.
He was taunting him throughout the entire match as well. Ole.
The bull.
Yeah.
He's a bull, but he's a bully. He's coming forward. But the thing is, I've been boxing a long time. I've been fighting a long time. I train with some of the best guys on the planet. I'm confident in my chin. I'm confident in my hands. I'm confident in my movement. And there are times making him throw, making him miss. He can't hit me, and I'm like, bro, like. His first plan, kind of kick from outside, what everybody does. He should have stayed there, but I have a special talent for drawing people into a boxing match, and there's nobody here that can beat him in a boxing match. And he's young. He kind of fell for the trap, and we suckered him in, and experience is a very, very valuable tool in this game. You know, I'm 31, I'll be 32 in a few months. And there's like that saying, what's it go? Beware of the man who grows old in a young man's sport. Like, it's true, man. When I started out, I was the young guy, and now I'm one of the older guys in the room. But like, he's 5 years into his career. I'm 18 years into fighting. Like, it's not. This experience plays a huge, huge factor in it.
Okay, who do you want to fight next, or who do you hope you fight next, I should say?
So I only know like 3 people in this tournament. Like, once again, I didn't really read the thing. Like, I know Cooper's here. I really want to fight Ray Cooper. I think that's a fun matchup. That's a real fun matchup. And I would box Ray Cooper's face in. So, yeah, I would love to fight Cooper. Like, that'd be a really fun one for me. Who else is here? All right, what do you guys think? Who's interesting? Like, who's here? Who you guys got an eye on? Yeah, right? I'm just like, I didn't read the, like, I just found out who I was in this tournament. Like,
Well, I just on the previous fight, Garcia, Franca tapped out his opponent in the first round.
no idea who that is. I'll fight him too. It doesn't matter who that is.
Let's
Gonna
see.
fight most of them at some point.
Oh, my future wife is not looking good.
Oh,
How
no.
do you feel this move? I know you guys said you moved your camp now, so you're only gonna go up from here. How do you feel that's gonna help your
I
game?
felt great, man. John Wood is a great coach. Like, I haven't had too many head coaches in my career, and I get along really well with John. I ended up staying at Syndicate because I vibe really well with John. You know, he's very knowledgeable about the sport, and we clicked really well. And like, we worked on a lot of stuff. We worked on my takedown defense. We worked on my movement. You know, adjusting, fixing my boxing habits and making them acceptable for MMA. And it's great, man. It's had nothing but positive for me. On top of that, you know, Sean Strickland's been coming out. He can't really train right now, but he's been helping me. And just, he's like tonight, he's got the guy in the corner telling you just, stop, don't be a pussy, like, don't be a pony, so like, you need guys like that, like I always say, if I only have one guy in my corner, one guy to train with for camp, it'd be Sean Strickland. So there's nowhere to go for me but up, man. It's been a great move.
Now, I am a follower of yours on Twitter, and you love to talk about the UFC and some of the
Mike
fights. And
You're referring to Mike Terry.
so, what's up, man? Do you just tune in for those fights just to see?
I hardly ever watch UFC fights anymore.
Okay.
I do tune in just to heckle Mike Perry, and then it's what he's blocked me on everything, unfortunately. So I'm gonna probably go make a new account just to heckle Mike Perry because he's so. Like, watching him type is great. Like, his responses, it's like a 6-year-old, and it's great. Like, Mike Perry's that kid on Xbox Live that's yelling at you. Like, that's Mike Perry. So he really wants to be black. It's very strange. But he's that kid on Xbox Live. So I heckle the hell out of Mike Perry, and then we'll watch fights at John's house, and you'll see you're following my Elias Theodorou rant on his last fight.
Yeah,
it's like kung fu yoga. It's just like, I don't know what's happening. Like, yeah. So I don't take it seriously anymore, man. I've got no beef with the UFC. I got no interest. I don't care anymore. They can do their things. They can go up in flames. I don't really care. I'm here to make my money now. But when people do stupid things and people look dumb, like, it's just fun to talk about it. We all do it. Like, if I went out here and did some terrible, ugly, horrible fight, people would flame me about it. I couldn't be mad for it. Like, it's your performance. You look bad. People are gonna flame you. That's the internet. If you can't handle it, get off the internet.
I hear you.
Speaking of money, what do you if you win the $1 million? What will you do with that $1 million?
So apparently, I just found out I cannot legally own a tiger in the United States as a private citizen. So that is gone. I was going to buy a tiger.
Not even in Nevada?
You
Siegfried and Roy?
Mike Tyson ruined that for everyone. So you can
Doesn't help that you're a fighter too.
yeah, you can no longer privately own a tiger, like, unless it's like a business. So once I want to make an LLC to own a tiger, which is too much effort on my part, which I'm not going to do. I don't even do dishes, so I'm not going to go make an LLC to own a tiger. It's not happening. At this point, man, I'm a simple dude. Like, I don't really need much. I just want to put money up for my kids. Get a head start on their college, because by the time they're old enough to graduate, it's going to be like $500,000 a piece. So get a start on that. I win $1 million. Sean Strickland and I have a plan to build a compound.
Mercenaries.
Yeah, we got to play. Like, if fight doesn't work out, we're going to get rich on this. We're going to build a compound. We're going to be like either mercenaries or bounty hunters. We're looking at it. Like, you got to plan for the future. You think we're joking. We've been looking into this for a while now. Like, some big bounty hunters, mercenaries. But, get some property, get some land, like, be away from stuff. I'm not a fancy dude. I don't need, like, gold and cars and shit. Like, I just want to have my family taken care of, you know, pay off my mom's house, and then go do whatever I'm doing.
Awesome.
So look, you have a solid career record. There's no denying that. But basically, bottom lining it, you just smoked someone that was 10-1 in Bellator. Okay. Looking forward, next step. What's on your mind for next?
I'm gonna smoke someone who's whatever in PFL. I'm gonna keep smoking people until they give me a really big check.
That being said, I don't want to say if you win.
If I lose, I understand.
When you win, right?
You can say if, it's fine. It's probabilities game. I'm not
Okay.
superstitious.
If
About
you
this, at
win,
least.
who do you? I know you said you haven't really looked at anybody else, but outside of like a Ray Cooper, is there someone that you really want opposite of you in the cage at New
I
Year's
think
Day?
that last fight, I want to fight Magnum Madoff. Like, that's, in all honesty, that's probably the hardest fight for me here. I'm aware of it, and I know going into that fight, I'm going to be the massive underdog. In my head, he's everything I don't want to fight. Like, you know, just that top wrestling, grinding with submissions. But on New Year's Day, I want him across from me because I'm going to beat him, and I'm going to shut up every single person that's told me I can't do this, you're going to lose this fight, you're not good, you're okay. So beating him on New Year's Day proves that, you know, it's validation. I should have been here a long time ago. I'm one of the best people in the world.
Now, being a welterweight, obviously, you guys lost somebody, you know, Luis Taylor.
Yeah.
How does that affect you, being that everything just days before the season starts flip-flopped?
It sucked because I went from being the main event to the second fight in the card. Haven't fought that low in a card in like years. And it sucks because I really wanted to headline the first ESPN card, but you know, you can't control these things. So at the end of the day, I just got to keep on rolling, man. Like, my job doesn't change. Circumstances around it do. But you pay me money. You know, you guys pay me good money to come out here, beat a guy up, put on a show. Doesn't matter who I'm fighting. My job description doesn't change. I'm going to go out there and perform the same as I always do. You know, I'm a puncher. I'm a boxer. Plan A is beating him up and making him quit. Plan B is reinforcing Plan A. So I'm going to do the same thing regardless of who you put in front of me.
Thanks a lot.
No problem at all.